The project title is Organize Your Speech. It's 5 to 7 minutes. Kelly, 5 to 7 minutes. And the title of his speech is, I Want a Silk Dress. This is
Not
gonna,
for me.
This is going to be interesting, I can tell. The objective of his speech is to easy to follow and understand, clear message, appropriate transitions, and strong opening and closing. And this is about a journey back in time, circa year 1500.
You're correct.
When a discussion between two people changed the definition of globalization and international trade. Welcome, Carlos Morales.
What a high standard. We are going to take a journey today. It's going to be a quick one, otherwise Kelly is not going to allow us to go further. But I need you to reset your watches, please, or your clocks. E-clocks or e-watches now with the new word from today. Which is going to be February the 11th. It's exactly 4:20 p.m. year 1492. So easy. So just go back through time, and then we are going to be attending, or we are going to be observing a conversation among two people. They are a couple. I'm going to give them two names: Fernando and Isabella. And that's it, Fernando and Isabella. So Fernando was reading the newspaper, 1492. He just received the last issue of Financial Times, and he was very comfortable reading information. That was the Renaissance, so he was able to get a print version of a paper. Then we go to Isabella, and then she was reading Vogue magazine from France, from Paris. We are talking about the south of Spain. So they were able to communicate somehow and to get this printed information, which is very important to know what's going on after this conversation. And then Isabella said, sweetie, talking to her husband, I want a silk dress. And then Fernando, he was a business guy, and he said, what? Are you kidding me? And then immediately she said, sweetie, St. Valentine's Day is coming. And then he said, you have no idea what you're talking about. You don't know how complicated it is to get silk now. The last shipment from China took about a year. Let's freeze for a moment this image, and I need to give you additional information in order to follow me exactly what's going on. This is Europe, Spain, south of Spain. Isabella, Queen Isabella from Castile. Fernando, His Majesty Fernando de Aragon. Nice couple. They just get the unified kingdom of Castilla and Aragon. So they were prominent kingdom now in Europe. They were setting examples how it's going to be the new Europe. This is Renaissance. The Renaissance we know is mostly from Italy because of the arts, because of the architecture. But this couple, with this discussion, they were setting new rules about government, trade, and roles in the society. But in order to understand more things about this, we need to see the Fra Mauro map. Thank you for the help. I got this map from the college, from the school. Thank you, sorry. Can you read this map? I can't either. Because this is the tip of Africa. This is the south of Africa, and this is the South Pole. The south was at the top. And of course, this was the north. Now, what's the name of this side over here? This is Poniente. That's where the sun sets. And the other one is called Oriente, which is where the sun rises. So those were the only indications how to get the sun, how to get the different locations around the world. Now, let's take a look here. We are talking about silk. And in order to get silk for the prominent people in Europe, you need to put together a network of roads bringing silk species communications, let's say ideas, technology, but also there were not so welcome guests as we have here. Some of them were rats, and the rats were propagging something called the bubonic plague. And the bubonic plague, it was causing what is named the Black Death. Be careful about this. The Black Death caused the death of 100 million people in 2 years. But let me give you a reference point so you don't be scared about that. It's just 1/3 of the population of the world. Are we okay with this? So no rats from now on. Now, because this network of trails or roads, this is called the Silk Road. And then communicating with Europe, but it was interrupted because Spain was in war with the Arabs and the Moors. Because Spain was expelling the Arabs, they weren't able to trade to Turkey and also Constantinople, that was the name at that time. So it was quite difficult to bring this merchandise from here to there. So that's the idea what was happening over there. Let's go back to a point where this couple was discussing. And then immediately said again, Isabella, Fernando, I'm serious, I want a silk dress. And then he said, you're crazy. You don't realize we are in the middle of a fiscal cliff. And that was true. Spain, after the war with the Moors and the Arabs, they were facing a fiscal cliff. However, he was trying to find ways to raise taxes. Does it sound familiar to you? Okay, wonderful. So, immediately, Isabella said, wait a minute, I'm glad you mentioned that. I just had an aha moment. I said, what? I said, I had an aha moment. Well, she was a fan of Oprah Winfrey, but Fernando wasn't. So immediately he said, okay, what's going on? And then she went to her room immediately and quickly handed him a business card. Then he saw the business card and opened up, said out loud, Cristoforo Colombo. This is interesting thing. Yes, a couple of weeks ago, I saw an interview in Discovery Channel about this guy. Okay, let me ask you a favor. Since you are so interested in this, please ask him to come here as soon as possible. Then next day, they were having breakfast. And then a couple of months later, they were authorizing him to take a shipment to China. And he said it was going to take only 35 days. Fellow Toastmasters, what I have you to take home about this is the following. International trade, very important. But all the drama that you have about fashion, that's 1/3 of the economy of the world. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Carlos. Your speeches are always very informative.